In India, a nation of nearly 1.3 billion people with a sweet tooth, a nascent movement is slowly taking hold. Local bean-to-bar chocolate. Small batch chocolate makers sourcing the cocoa bean directly from local farmers. This type of chocolate, costly to make and expensive to buy, has gained popularity in the US and Europe in recent years. In India, higher disposable incomes, increased travel, and exposure through social media have created an appetite and a budget for artisanal chocolate, says Nitin Chordia, India's first certified chocolate taster.
About 4 years ago, we saw India's first bean-to-bar chocolate maker. We now have 6 chocolate makers in India, and we expect that number to be 40 in about 3 years' time from now.
David Bello, a South African pastry chef and mixologist, moved to the Indian city of Mysuru to make Indian chocolate. He's the founder of organic fair trade chocolate maker Earth Loaf and is one of India's first bean-to-bar makers. His bars hit shelves 3 years ago, and sales have skyrocketed since. Bello sources locally cocoa beans from the southern state of Karnataka, apricots from the northern region of Ladakh, apples and almonds from Himachal Pradesh, mango and ginger from the Andaman Islands.
We're trying to create a sort of reference point, through flavor of what the country has to offer.
Chordia is starting Asia's first chocolate tasting program in the southern Indian city of Chennai.
What we hope to achieve in the next 5 years is that Indians get a little bit more used to eating pure chocolates as compared to the sugar confessions which we've all been used to for decades now. And as a result of that, when you understand good cacao, just like good food, you want a little bit more of it. So that, in my opinion, will drive demand.
Artisanal chocolate sold at gourmet food stores and cafes has a higher cocoa content and no additives except sugar. But mass-produced chocolate in India has a high sugar content, vegetable oil, and additives. In India, 70 million people suffer from diabetes, according to the International Diabetes Federation. In 2015, more than 1 million people in India died from the disease. This is prompting a new consciousness around food and health in Indians, many of whom frequent the sweet shop, a store found in almost every block selling traditional Indian sweets, usually made of milk and sugar. Some are deep fried.
That health awareness then affects palate. So people are slowly looking for things which are less sweet, and through that I think they're also looking for a better vocabulary in terms of flavors.
Chordia has launched India's only chocolate box subscription service, which costs up to $30 a month. Demand is highest in what India calls Tier 2 cities, the smaller towns outside the metros.
For premium chocolates like these, I think I will be okay to pay around 300 rupees. So 3 times more is fine.
That's about $1.50 for a bar of local mass-produced chocolate versus about $4.50 for local bean-to-bar. In India's $2.8 billion chocolate industry, artisanal chocolate accounts for under 3 million. Chordia expects that to reach $15 million in the next 3 years. India's middle class is growing rapidly. A 2015 report pegged it at 24 million with a combined wealth of $780 billion. This is expected to triple in the next decade, and India's chocolate makers are poised to capitalize. The Hindu festival of Diwali, the equivalent of Christmas for much of India, is a season of gift-giving. Those gifts have traditionally been accompanied by a box of Indian sweets, a trend that is starting to shift.
We're seeing a lot more people gift fancy chocolates instead of Indian sweets, and we see that trend exponentially growing in the next couple of years.